Innovators is brought to you by the Jamaica Yellow Pages, Heart Trust NTA, the Jamaica Observer and Future Services International. Meet the Innovators, Yannick Page and Gary Matalin. Over the next several weeks, they'll be helping aspiring and struggling entrepreneurs to make more money. Yannick Page is widely regarded as one of Jamaica's most promising young entrepreneurs. She's a certified business trainer, and she is now the owner of the award-winning company Future Services International. Gary Matalin is the co-founder and director of New Stone Limited. This successful entrepreneur is also the co-founder of KLE Group, owners and operators of Fiction Lounge and Usain Bolt's Tracks and Records. This week, they will be joined by guest innovator Samuel Coates, a serial entrepreneur who is also the chairman and CEO of Coates Logistics Limited.
I am very excited to go in today and meet with the Innovators, because I've been waiting all my business career to be innovated, and they're the ones who's going to help me to take my business to the next level. Yannick is a successful businesswoman, and I want to really follow in her footsteps. She's a role model, and I'm really excited to meet Mr. Matalin.
Okay guys, here's the deal. Today we're going to look at Teshai Chambers. She's a nail technician, and she wants to move her business to actually opening a spa. So let's take a look at her feature.
It was right after leaving high school. I went to another school to finish up some studies, and I was drawn to the cosmetology department. And from ever since there, I decided I wanted to be a cosmetologist, specializing in nails. I left the school not being certified because the principal in charge of the program stopped the program, saying that the girls weren't interested. So I had to use my own senses and say, okay, Tashai, this is what you want to do, and I'm going to do it. And I left the school, bought my stuff, and started working on my own. I took it to the streets. My father was not pleased when I told him. I went to my mother and I said, look, Mom, this is what I want to do. And she was like, okay. And she took her partner drawer, buy my stuff, and I decided this is it. The first time I did somebody nails, acrylicing, because I usually just do mani and pedi, and when tips came along and acrylicing, I only put on the acrylic with no primer. I said to myself, something was wrong, why it came off. And I went and did my research, and I get to understand that you need to prime it and how you apply it. And then I said, okay. And from there I started doing a lot of 3-day programs, 1-day seminars, you know, and getting knowledge of what's happening out there and what I'm to do.
I chose to do my nails with Teshai because she was recommended to me. So this was in 2003. The experience there was very different from any salon I've ever been to. The reason why is because it was unconventional, and I loved it because it was very different. But I didn't go there for the unconventional and, you know, the laughter. I went there for service, and the service was remarkable because I went directly to Teshai, told her who I was, who recommended me, and I couldn't ask for anything better. It was what I wanted. I got my nails done the way I liked. It was flat. The acrylic looked just like mine. You know, there was no difference between the acrylic and my nails, and I enjoyed that.
I'm coming from like 7 staff. I'm now down to 2. The customers, all of them come through the door, they're saying, boy, Tashai, your workers, everybody cry, was the staff, the staff, the staff.
Working with Tashai is good because she's very understanding. If I have something that I need to do between work hours, it's okay to just go and do it and come back. She's just the best boss I've had. I
decided to give myself a break around 2006 because a lot of clients stopped coming, and, you know, it wasn't really any fault of mine, but the staff, so that's my struggle. Because if persons are not coming into the salon, I can't pay my overheads. So I decided to just give myself a break and then come back and start all over again and that's what I did.
All right, well, let's bring her in. Hello, Teshai.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm okay.
So Tashi, your dream is to own a spa,
Yes, correct.
but you're way off from that and you need our help. What do you think you need from us?
I need some guidance as to where to go for management. I realize that I can't be a manager because I don't know how to hurt people's feelings. I cannot look on you and say, why are you just coming to work, go back home, I can't do it, you know? Why are you doing that? Don't, you know, I can't do it. So I realize that's where.
Experiencing Teshai working along with her staff and, you know, of course the leadership style is more of laissez-faire. You know, she's very easygoing. You do as you please pretty much. That experience, it was just really weird watching her not being a boss then, and it's her salon. The workers spoke to you as they please, they ask you to get stuff for them, and it's not, okay, you're passing that area and pass me a polish. It's more like, bring me that polish there. So it was a little surreal for me.
She's easygoing. She doesn't easily get upset.
Who uses your facility?
Everybody uses my
Is
facility.
it mainly people in that geographic location, or do you have customers from outside?
No, I have customers from all over the island. I have customers from overseas. Anytime they come to Jamaica, they come to me.
Well, Tash, the question is, what is it that you currently do and what it is that you want to expand to? Because we need to identify what is it exactly that you need to do so we can assist you in terms of our direction.
Okay, I'm currently in Nailz only. I want to establish a business where I have people doing massages, waxing.
Do you have any experience in massage, waxing, hair? Do you have any experience in any of those areas?
I have a bit of experience in most of the areas, but I'm not certified in none of the areas.
Okay, so that's something we'd have to fix, because you need to be certified in not all of these areas, but certainly if you're going to offer a spa where you're doing all of these things, you have to be credible, you have to know what you're doing. Yes. So that's one thing that we have to fix. Two is, how do your customers find out about you?
Word of mouth.
So you do no form of communications, any marketing communications to get the fact that you have these services available out to the public?
No, just mainly referrals.
My big question is, do you understand the whole concept of management? We're not talking about just running a little party shop. Well, party shops have been run good now. Are you prepared to deal with those challenges as it relates to recruiting and retaining certified persons?
Yes, I am definitely very much interested in that. In the future, I plan to do management studies as pertaining to my business and hire persons that has also done that type of training, so they'll be professionals in my business.
So we'd have to actually fast track that training now, because if you are going to be expanding to a spa, you have to be able to manage people. You have to be able to manage that entire process. And that takes a lot of skills, right? But that's one thing. The other thing is, how do you finance your business now?
Just by what I earn.
What? You're planning to grow? Unless you're born rich, I mean, if you don't borrow, you're not going to make it. Or the other thing you could have is private investors. So you might probably ask Gary to be an investor and sell him some shares in the business.
Coming up on The Innovators.
Tash, do you use any form of social media, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn?
Nope, not currently. I am very excited to go in today and meet with the innovators, because I've been waiting all my business career to be innovated, and they're the ones who's going to help me to take my business to the next level.
Tash, do you use any form of social media, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn?
Nope, not currently.
That's what you need to do, Tash. In the meantime, while we're developing this plan for expansion, we need to get you out there and establish you as in your core in what you're doing now. There's some low-hanging fruits there. There's Facebook, there's Twitter, various forms of social media. Utilize the internet, the technology that is available, and get yourself out there. In addition to that, you're going to need to be professional about your position. You're going to need to have the proper certification. We're going to send you to Heart and ensure that you get that certification.
Hi, how are you? Welcome to the Hart College of Beauty Services. I'm Jodine Williams. Hi, Teshai. I'm going to walk you through so you can have an idea. What are your options? You said you have an interest in spa, you have an interest in nails. No, there are two separate qualifications, spa and nails. So then you can make a choice. But you also can do electives from one of the two. So come with me. Teshai, as I said to you before, you have options. The fact that you already have competencies in the area, you're going to just have to provide us with proof. So testimonials from your clients, put together pictures of your work in a nice portfolio, and then we will look at that. And then an assessor will set an assessment date for you. Once you do the assessments and you are deemed competent, then we will look at whether or not there are gaps. If there are gaps, then we can go on for additional training. If there are no gaps, then we can work for certification. So pretty much what you're going to do now is to decide at what level you are going to be certified. At level 2, basic services, manicure, pedicure, basic nail enhancement, and nail art. Level 3 is a little bit more intensive, the use of equipment to do nails, airbrush, that kind of thing. So we'll decide based on the job cluster evaluation which level you would want to be certified at.
The highest level possible. The Hart College of Beauty Services, I was so excited to go there. First of all, for my business, I needed a certification from the Hart Trust. Miss Jodine Williams, she's the one who is helping me through to organize the different areas and what I need to be certified in. I'm really excited about that.
So Teshai, basically, what we're going to now do is just walk you through the administrative component of the process. You are required to complete this application form, and as I mentioned before, you're going to submit these evidences, and these are the assessment clusters. Go through the assessment clusters, identify the evidences you have. As soon as you've put them together, make contact with the registrar and we'll set an appointment for your assessment.
Great, I'm ready.
Teshai, if you follow our advice, we promise you that that dream that you have of owning a spa is one day going to be your reality very soon.
Hi. Hi, Tash. How are you?
I'm fine.
Great.
How
Good
are
to
you?
see you again. I'm wonderful.
I'm
thanks.
here today.
Right. Well, let's get right into the conversation.
Sure.
Okay, Tash, so remember now the flow and how things flow and the comfort of your clients. Storage is going to be a big need that you will have. So remember to use your space wisely and to ensure that your storage is attractive. Okay? We're going to now take a look at what a skincare treatment room ought to look like. So this is typically what a treatment room looks like. Yes. You need to be comfortable, but you don't need to be wasting too much space, all right? These 7-function machines come in very handy because it's compact and it doesn't take a lot of space. If you can at all have running water in your treatment room, it's a big plus. And of course, your warm caddy is a big compulsory in your treatment room because your warm towels and stuff and your warm masks are always readily available. So a multifunction room is sometimes a good option. Okay. I prefer to have dedicated rooms though, because then it allows me to create an ambience that is specific to the treatment. But space is going to determine which way you go. So Teshai, now you understand how the space needs to flow, right? And everything needs to be a part of the decor. Take nothing for granted and include everything. Something for you to consider is uniforms, because not only does it give the spa a clean, clinical, professional look, it's also a big savings on clothes. Where we're sitting, we like to call this a relaxation area. So in between treatments, persons are robed and it's a nice comfortable chair. They can curl up and really get into their relaxation. Because remember, persons come to us to escape.
I was really excited to go to Nirvana because she showed me how a salon should be. I am really excited about that. I saw my dream there. I saw what I needed. She showed me all the equipment that I need. She showed me how it should set up. She showed me what what uniforms, what type of layout, and you know, I'm really excited about that. So Nirvana, thank you very much. You have showed me what my future spa should look like. Thank you.
Still to come on The Innovators.
Your advertising, which is a key role as well. So if you have a business and no one knows about you, then that will cripple it. In expansion, that is usually very important for the person to do a lot of promotion and advertising, and that will definitely form a majority part of your funding from the transition from the nail tech to the spa.
Teshai, you're back.
A little rich already, Gary. It's your boss.
All right, Teshai, give us an update. What's been happening since you were last here?
A lot of things have been happening. I'm so excited. I've been to Heart. I'm in the process of getting certified. I've been to JBDC.
Hi, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
I'm Roxania Dwyer.
And I'm Teshai Douglas.
I'll be a business development officer. I'll be pretty much, talking to you about the whole business process, expanding your business and so on. Can I get a little bit of what you do now? Tell me a little bit about your business.
I'm a nail technician. I've been established for over 17 years.
Wow, 17 years, that's a long time. In terms of where you see yourself going in the next 5 years?
I see myself having a big staff, a spa that caters for men and women.
Okay, in business, the most important thing that we need to understand as entrepreneurs pretty much is that we need to have planning, especially when we're talking about expansion. When we speak about planning, there's a document that usually documents all this information pretty much. It's called a business plan. A business plan is a document that outlines pretty much everything in the business, the entrepreneur story. So it tells you what happened in the business, 17 years, what is happening now, and pretty much what happens 5 years down the road, which is this great big spa that you want to do. Your advertising, which is a key role as well. So if you have a business and no one knows about you, then that will cripple it. In expansion, that is usually very important for the person to do a lot of promotion and advertising, and that will definitely form a majority part of your funding from the transition from the nail tech to the spa. Your financials, now that is important. Any investor, anybody who is willing to invest some money in your business must know that at the end of the day, when you set up your dynamic spa, then it will be profitable. Persons will be employed, you'll be making money, you can pay back that investor, and then you'll be profitable and maybe even start another spa somewhere else. JBDC is willing to work with you to develop on this business plan so that we can carry you through the process. And we do have a monitoring program, so you're not alone. We will guide you step by step in terms of acquiring everything that you need, and at the end of the day, I'm hoping that you'll be successful.
My visit to the JBDC was a very important visit. I am now able to move my business forward. First of all, I did not know there was a company at the JBDC for people like me who has not been able to move my business to the next level, that need the assistance, meaning counseling, financial advising. They are also helping me to write a business plan so I can move forward, and they have even come to the salon and see what is it that they can do for me, but it's a very good company, and I believe that everyone should visit the JBDC.
Tash, when you were here last, we talked about you expanding your customer base through different forms of communication. Some of the communication channels we discussed were the social media options. Where you've reached with that?
I am currently in the process of setting up a website. I went to the yellow pages and I did not know they offer free consultation, and they are helping me to set up a website where persons overseas can just look under Nailz and a pop-up.
Hi Teshai, how are you doing?
Hi.
Great. Thanks so very much for coming to see me today. I know ordinarily I would come see you, but you decided to come down and see me, which I really appreciate. Alright, as you know, this is a follow-up from our first meeting, where you share some of the objectives you have in growing your business. And you shared in the different areas that you wanted to grow. One of the questions I remember asking was for a woman in Barbados who was recently engaged and she's making preparation for her wedding. She's coming to Jamaica. She has about 5 females and 5 males, you know, for the bridal party. So she decides to search via the internet, particularly Google, and she's searching for nail technicians. You suggested that these were some of the kind of businesses that you'd want to attract, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, great. So we then decided, and you shared with me some of the services you offered, and these you said were manicure and pedicure. And of course, you told me that you were also launching into the spa services, which is just phenomenal. Great business for you to be going into. With all of what we have discussed, I have put together a solution for you in achieving those goals. One of the first things I would recommend for you is a listing in the white pages. Now, you were very enthused when we mentioned in the first meeting about internet presence. Now, a website will give you that professional look that you wanted. So based on that, we can move into putting together the solutions, creating these information for you, and give you an indication of how we can put those together.
When I went into the Yellow Pages, I had no idea that they offered services like free consultation, you know. You go in and they tell you what to do and they help you to get yourself established. I am now in the process of not only having persons local know about my stuff, where my salon is, what services I offer, but now I'm global. You can visit my website just through the Yellow Pages.
So you know on Facebook, tell us about it.
Well, my Facebook, since I put up my Facebook account, I am almost at 300 persons. And I'm also taking photos of every design or something awesome that I do and put it on and send it straight to my Facebook page, and persons are logging on and clicking like. I'm now on Twitter and Facebook.
Teshai, I'm so proud of you. I mean, you're so passionate about your business, you do good work, and all I have to tell you is this: in business, sometimes you're gonna get knocked down 10 times. Every time you get knocked down, get up, brush yourself off and start again. Success will not come the first time probably. Many people in business who have done well have tried time and time and time again. So once you maintain that passion and that drive and you decide that you're not going to give up, you're going to reach it.
Tashi, I'm also very encouraged with what I've seen so far. You know, the key to it is that you know you need the information, and you seek out the information and you get it. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. The other people have done it and they've been very successful. You need to see what they have done, you know, and adapt that to your model.
Thank you, I'm on my way.
I believe in the staff here at Teshai. They make me feel comfortable and they greet me with a smile. Even if the place is packed to the brim and you know you have a long wait, they make you feel as comfortable as possible. I mean, they even suggest waiting methods if you want to get something to eat and come back. If it is that you want to go next door and shop a little bit at Cherries. So, you know, you don't feel as if it's a burden coming here to do your nails at Teshai. The new staff is great.
I'm excited about this project. I've been waiting on this opportunity for a very long time, and basically I'm up for it.
For further information on any of our assignments, please visit us at facebook.com/innovatorstv or email us at innovatorstv@gmail.com. The Innovators was brought to you by the Jamaica Yellow Pages, Heart Trust NTA, the Jamaica Observer, and Future Services International. Innovators is brought to you by the Jamaica Yellow Pages, Heart Trust NTA, the Jamaica Observer and Future Services International. Meet the Innovators, Yannick Page and Gary Matalin. Over the next several weeks, they'll be helping aspiring and struggling entrepreneurs to make more money. Yannick Page is widely regarded as one of Jamaica's most promising young entrepreneurs. She's a certified business trainer, and she is now the owner of the award-winning company Future Services International. Gary Matalin is the co-founder and director of New Stone Limited. This successful entrepreneur is also the co-founder of KLE Group, owners and operators of Fiction Lounge and Usain Bolt's Tracks and Records. This week, they will be joined by guest innovator Samuel Coates, a serial entrepreneur who is also the chairman and CEO of Coates Logistics Limited.
I am very excited to go in today and meet with the Innovators, because I've been waiting all my business career to be innovated, and they're the ones who's going to help me to take my business to the next level. Yannick is a successful businesswoman, and I want to really follow in her footsteps. She's a role model, and I'm really excited to meet Mr. Matalin.
Okay guys, here's the deal. Today we're going to look at Teshai Chambers. She's a nail technician, and she wants to move her business to actually opening a spa. So let's take a look at her feature.
It was right after leaving high school. I went to another school to finish up some studies, and I was drawn to the cosmetology department. And from ever since there, I decided I wanted to be a cosmetologist, specializing in nails. I left the school not being certified because the principal in charge of the program stopped the program, saying that the girls weren't interested. So I had to use my own senses and say, okay, Tashai, this is what you want to do, and I'm going to do it. And I left the school, bought my stuff, and started working on my own. I took it to the streets. My father was not pleased when I told him. I went to my mother and I said, look, Mom, this is what I want to do. And she was like, okay. And she took her partner drawer, buy my stuff, and I decided this is it. The first time I did somebody's nails, acrylicing, because I usually just do mani and pedi, and when tips came along and acrylicing, I only put on the acrylic with no primer. I said to myself, something was wrong, why it came off. And I went and did my research, and I get to understand that you need to prime it and how you apply it. And then I said, okay. And from there I started doing a lot of 3-day programs, 1-day seminars, you know, and getting knowledge of what's happening out there and what I'm to do.
I chose to do my nails with Teshai because she was recommended to me. So this was in 2003. The experience there was very different from any salon I've ever been to. The reason why is because it was unconventional, and I loved it because it was very different. But I didn't go there for the unconventional